What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and before we get to our video, we wanted to let you know about our milestone giveaway for 1,000 subscribers.
We are giving away an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, the original Sin tie-in. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this book. This is a CBCS 9.8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Big boy.
This book is much hotter than it was when we first bought it for the show.
Yep, that's true.
You insist on still giving it away, and I'm very happy to do it.
You can tell that he is not. But anyway, we are giving this away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Kick-ass, key issue, first appearance of Silk, is someone's going to win this book. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the video, shall we?
What up, YouTube? I'm Jim.
I'm Nate.
And we are Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and we have another new comic book day video for you for the week of November. Shit, I forgot to look up the dates.
15!
Yeah, it's not itty bitty, it's not big, it's just kind of like middle of the road, and there's some bangers, and there's not
It's
some
regular.
Regular. Here, there ain't nothing wrong with average. No matter what she says, you're okay. All right. Wow.
Why
All
don't you
right,
show us the greatest cover of all time?
Oh my God, vomit in my mouth. We've got Daredevil issue number 3.
Yucky.
The cover does not at all represent the greatness of this book because this book is actually really good, but the cover is straight up boo-boo. Like candy cane staffs. Like, it doesn't make sense. All right, let's get past the cover. The book is great. Matt Murdock is fending off crooked cops and demons at the same time. That sounds awesome, and that's kind of where we're at with this book. And it's amazing. I think the only downside I can say is that we don't get there is no Elektra. She has kind of been pushed off to the side. She still is a Daredevil, but she's not really in the book. And if there was any criticism I'd give the book, is that the fact that she's just kind of been pushed away. And I don't like that. But other than that, I think this book is fantastic. If you're not reading it, shame on
That's
you.
a mistake.
If you're not reading it because of the covers, I don't blame you, because these covers are ass.
I do blame you because there are good variants for every issue so far.
I know, but we read with our eyes, and we look with,
Great. So get the variant cover and quit complaining.
What are the variant covers? I didn't even look.
I told you, look at that Nguyen Knight's End variant. That's a great,
my
great cover.
God.
Exactly.
Hope this button works. Jesus.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Ugh. Fantastic. Okay. Who's going to buy the 1 in 100 John Romita Jr.? Who's buying that?
There's people out there, and it's wild. It's because it's JR. It's because it's who it is. It's
like this finger. What is this? What is this? What is this? Like,
I don't know. Just let's move on to your silly X books.
Oh, no, that's a cool cover too. Shut up. All right. Next up, we've got Dark X-Men issue number 4. And I'm not going to lie, like, I've really liked Dark X-Men, but I don't like where we're going here. And that's basically Orcus is going to unleash Chasm, whatever his name is. Ben
Chasm.
Reilly. Chasm. I'm not looking forward to that. So I hope this issue is better than what it looks like we're getting. I'm actually kind of disappointed. So, because I didn't care about that. The dark web shit was stupid. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it right now, it was dumb. But you never know. Maybe it'll excite me. But, and the previous issue was actually really good. Seeing Gambit literally using his powers on Archangel and frying him to a piece of toast was really cool. So maybe we'll get something like that in this issue. I don't know.
I also do like that they've included Carmen Cruz in this storyline. She's cool. a character I enjoy that I'm glad that she's getting put in.
No, I think hopefully she gets more representation as we go on with new X-Men books. All right, next up we have Immortal Thor from the great Al Ewing. Issue 3 was really good. Filled with riddles, filled with some Loki, and again, I'll say it now: if you haven't seen the current Loki season, what are you doing? But I really wasn't hot on issue 1, but ever since then, I've been really digging it. So I'm hoping that momentum continues and that we don't stall out. I don't think we will. I think Al Ewing is on a run. And we talked about it before. We're kind of waiting for that big kind of reveal, big hook from Al Ewing. And it's going to take some time. It didn't really happen until about a quarter of the way through his Immortal Hulk, when we started getting the Green Door talk and the One Above All and all that shit and the One Below. So, I'm sure we'll get there. but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of waiting for it. Like I'm excited for when that drop, that famous Al Ewing drop happens within his book.
There's almost no way this is a bad issue with Al Ewing bringing in his number one character from Storm. So
Right.
he writes her perfectly. This is
Yes, he does.
contender for pick of the week for sure.
Bye. All right, after that we have Jean Grey issue number 4, and I believe this is the last issue. You know, this has been an interesting ride because it's felt more of like a what if, but there's been some connectivity to continuity and current gameplay with what's going on with the X-Men, and it's really revolved around the Phoenix Force and how Jean could have done things differently with certain characters, and it's just not working out. And she's, you know, obviously coming to terms with the fact that she has to deal with the burden of the Phoenix Force, and it's the way out of it looks like the predicament of what we're dealing with the fall of X, and I think that's really cool. I don't know, I've enjoyed it. It hasn't been amazing, but it's been fun. It's been more fun than I thought it would be, so I'll be interested to see how it ends and how it connects directly, even more so, to Gary Jerry's Fall of X at the moment.
Yeah, I read the first 2 issues, and then when I saw Phoenix, I immediately dropped it like it was on fire. So I'm curious to see what you have to say, though.
But every time you've done that, I end up telling you what happens, and you're like, God damn it, and then you go read it.
I didn't do that last issue, so
well, you should have, because I missed out. It was really cool.
Mm.
All right, next up we have we got a Peach Momoko book, Star Wars Visions. Ooh, the followers of Enoch. So we're getting Peach Momoko's interpretation.
That is actually Ann Cock, sir.
Careful. I don't think you can say that. Anyway.
It's a Star Wars place.
We're getting Peach Momoko's interpretation of the Star Wars universe within Visions. And if you haven't watched Visions on Disney Plus, you're missing out. Season 2 was actually even better than season 1. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Nate, but it's really good. I watched it one night and just like sped watched everything, and it was amazing. So I'm actually very excited for this. I think I'm going to say it now, potential pick of the week, because it's Star Wars. Yes, it's Peach Momoko. Duh. She does some wild shit. I mean, her Uncanny X-Men that's about to come out, I've seen some preview panels, and she's got her interpretation of armor, and it's right up your alley, Nate, because it's kind of some body horror shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Peach Momoko is just on another level, and Marvel just better keep her paid. Like, just keep on writing her checks. Don't let her go anywhere else. Just stay here. Even though I wouldn't lie, like if she jumped to DC, obviously I would pick up all of the books that she did. So, but she's doing great things here, and I'm excited for this one.
Yeah. This one is going to be very hard to beat on the board.
No, and like if there's a variant cover for it and it's not Peach, why are you buying it? Like, why?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, our last Marvel book of the night, and that's Uncanny Avengers issue number 4. And it would appear that whatever Cap was trying to achieve by basically showing that the X-Men are okay and they're not to be feared, looks like it's going awry. You know, we're obviously pushing to get to Captain Krakoa and find out who Captain Krakoa is and who's messing around and who's, you know, pretending to be him. But we still got to deal with basically Earth trusting mutants, and Cap is trying his hardest to get that done, and it just doesn't seem like it's working. So I've liked it. It's Gary Jerry. I think Gary Jerry's vision throughout the Fall of X has been really solid, whether it's Uncanny Avengers, X-Men, or Iron Man. I think he's been doing a great job, whereas all the other writers kind of seem to be in a bit of limbo, in my opinion. Though Al Ewing did kind of pull off some cool shit in the last 2 issues of X-Men Red. So, you know, silly goose time with some ramifications. We'll see.
Yo, I'm interrupting the video. I gotta talk about our 950 subscriber goal giveaway. We are so close to hitting 950 subscribers, and when we do, we're giving away something really kick-ass. When we hit 950 subscribers, we're giving away this CBCS graded 9.8 King in Black number 5 Ryan's segment spoiler variant. So when we hit 950 subscribers, we're giving this bad boy away. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. Let's get back to the video.
All right, let's jump over to DC, and we're gonna kick it off off with Batman and Robin issue number 3. This has been a consistent pick of the week for me, and we're already in issue 3, so I'm going to go ahead and say potential pick of the week. The artwork has been fantastic by Tamio, and Williamson is killing it. I think he's been doing a good job.
I hope you don't like that interior art too much.
Why? It says Tamio on the art, on the cover.
You're right. This issue
Stop
does
it.
have him on the art.
But then what?
He's not on there in the next 2 issues.
DC, what the fuck are you doing?
I know we should technically complain about this on issue 4. It genuinely has brought my excitement about this issue at least down 20 to 30%, which is dumb because this issue has everything I want in it. But I'm just getting so far. We can't even do this. And I know Simone, he can do it. It's not on him. It's not on him. And so I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a contract thing where you don't have a guy on 5 books, you got to pay him less money, and so they're being cheap asses.
We need to get a comic book executive on this show and just be like, just tell us what's going on. Like, tell us.
Like, why does this happen? Maybe we're just that ignorant, but like, why does this happen?
That's another question. I think that's a question I want to ask Comic Book Herald when we have him on the show. I'm going to be like, do you know? You got to know.
Regardless, besides that fact, you're right. This book has been really great. It's been fun to have some father-son stories and some slice of life stuff. I will say that the second issue, the slice of life stuff felt disjointed. It was good, but it felt like I had 2 different issues and they were kind of put together. I'm hoping for a little bit more cohesion in the third issue, but that's a small complaint, not a very big.
I'm really loving this cover too. This cover is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's very good.
All right, next up we have Detective Comics issue 1077. Nate, tell us why we should read this book.
You should read this book because you're like me and you have fallen prey to the sunk cost fallacy. I have put a very frustrating amount of money into the Ram V Detective Comics run, and I just have to see how it ends.
I just can't quit you.
I just can't quit you. I will say the Jason Sean Alexander art, very, very good. I like that a lot. I'm interested to see why this is like an outlaw mid arc because it was given to us as like this weird like Western style sort of thing. And so far the first issue of it was just an exact continuing with literally no difference at all. 0, 0, 0, 0. That being said, it was basically a Selena Kyle and Commissioner Gordon team up to try to go find Batman. Love that as a team up. So if we get more of that in this issue, it'll probably be another 3 to 3.5 star book like it's been for 2 years.
All right. Okay. Well, good luck. All right. After that, we have Green Lantern issue number 5, Rage of the Red. And it would appear, Sinestro in the previous issue was basically like, hey, Hal, give me your ring or I'm going to blow up things that you like. And he was like, nah, fam. And now it looks like Sinestro is getting a hold of a ring. It's just a red one. And that doesn't sound good. I mean, it sounds awesome. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm very excited for it. And if there's anything that's going to get, I think Nate, oh man, I like messed up my hat. Hold on. If there's anything that's going to get Nate back into this, I think maybe this is it. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I know you weren't too happy with the soft reboot we got in Green Lantern after the unspoken horrible event of Night Terrors.
Yes. No, I'm still very much in on this book. I don't know. I've always felt like there was a Green Lantern sized whole part and got 2 books to keep me satisfied. So no, I'm still in on it.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that. All right, let's jump over to our Independence. We're going to kick it off with Images Fish Flies from Jeff Lemire. I don't believe we reviewed issue 2 because we didn't have a show. So we're going to have to do a little bit of catch up on our live show.
Yeah, so catching up on this book or really telling you the plot at all is going to be very difficult. And when I do it, you're going to think I'm an idiot. Basically we started this book with the fish flies sort of taking over the town at the exact same time that was happening. A robbery at a convenience store was taking place.
Right.
The guy gets startled and he accidentally shoots the kid. The kid's in critical condition in jail. We also were introduced to the character we see here on the front. She is a neglected, abused, and picked on kid who finds solace in her new friend living out in the barn, which is the murderer or the robber of said incident, who has turned into a giant human-sized fish fly. And he becomes her unlikely friend in issue 2. She sees some sort of semblance in him. She's like, "You're kind of gross and ugly, and everyone thinks I'm gross and maybe we could be friends." It's very weird. It's very ephemeral. It's dreary and honestly depressing. And it is a comic that it's Jeff Lemire. Like he just it just makes you sad, but it also makes you feel like you're alive, and that somehow works for me in a profound way. I loved the first 2 issues. His art style is perfect for the story. Um, they're also huge issues. They're like 50-page issues.
Yeah.
Like I know the cover price, shows that, but it's released every 2 months, and it's a double-sized issue. Essentially, it's the exact same amount of pages that you would get in 2 issues, which would normally be $8, but you get it for 6. So I think there's a lot of value in this book too. So
I really liked that you used that word ephemeral. I like that. It just sounded good.
ephemeral is one of my favorite words. I actually
like
probably
that.
use it too much, but
I
thanks to
like
she
it.
and him, by the way, they introduced me to that word. But yeah, it's great and it's weird. It's not his own horror stuff, but there are some elements to this that are profoundly horrific.
Hmm.
Child abuse is really shitty,
Yeah.
and as the dad of a little girl, seeing a little girl being bullied and alone and neglected is really hurtful, and
Mhm.
it's just profoundly human, even with a giant fish fly. And it's
So weird.
Yeah.
So weird. Everybody relax. Okay, everybody just relax. So we got The Deviant
Oh,
from James Tynion,
so excited.
and I absolutely hate this cover.
I wish so bad that you would look at the 1 in 100.
Okay, well, go ahead and talk, and I will pull it up. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Jeez, calm
So
down.
this is essentially about a murderous Santa, or a man dressed as Santa who goes on a murder rampage in the 70s.
Oh, God.
And then a writer, 50 years later, is interviewing him, and he's basically like, "Yo, I never did it." And then the killings start again. So, yeah, no, not that one.
I know. I'm just kind of going through
Okay,
'em.
sorry. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like
This one's cute.
something that shouldn't have anything horror based, being horror based instantly makes it that much worse. And
Yep.
Christmas is just not something
Fuck
I
this
personally
cover.
associate with horror. So,
Oh,
yep, there he is. There's the man. There's
God.
you're right. The Christmas tree one might be worse though. There are so many good, freaky, scary covers. If you're into horror, if you're not picking up a James Tynion book, then you are making a profound mistake. This dude is on one of the greatest comics writing runs in the history of comics, and this is just another, I think, another feather in the cap. It will be. I was silly earlier when I said, "Oh, it might be a pick of the week," because there's absolutely no way this isn't. There's no way. But yeah, to say I'm excited for this issue is a massive. It's going to be great,
Woo.
and I can't wait for James to read it.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's new Comic Day video for the week of November 15th. Let us know down in the comments, what are you picking up today? What are you going to read first? What's your potential pick of the week? As always, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It'd be much appreciated as we're trying to hit 950 subscribers. We are very close. Very close. We can't do it without your support. Can't do it without you just clicking that button. Just click, 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 click. Just do that really quick. And yeah, we'll catch you guys live this Sunday, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube live, where we'll talk about all these books and more. Maybe even some Evangelion. I know we've been teasing that, but like things get in the way. We read stuff or we don't have a show, or so we're going to try because, you know, we definitely want to hear what Nate has to say and how he actually feels about Evangelion.
I don't know if we do.
I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, we'll catch you guys live this Sunday. As always, fam, be kind to one another and read more comics. Later.